Hey, welcome back to Lugen Custom. So on today's episode, we're going to replace that rear engine mount. You see I got the poly filled one that I got right here. We're going to take the old one out and get this one in, and we're going to talk about it. Alright, let's go. Recently I saw someone else on YouTube put up a video where they replaced that mount in 7 minutes. Can we see it down there? It's kind of tucked in. It's down there. 7 minutes. I was impressed. Really inspired me. I'm not going to get it done that fast, but his way of doing it is definitely worth following. What I'm going to do different though is I'm going to get the mount out both sides, because it's a two-piece mount, and we can show you out here on the bench what you're looking at and why it's kind of difficult. Actually, I think I'm going to try and get the camera down here a lot closer. You can see what's going on. All right, so there's your mount right there. I've already gotten, oh, I already lost the cord too. The O2 sensor connector is off. Oh, here we go. Here's the part. You'll see here on the back side. Right there. This slides onto this and gets caught on that pin. And you have one of these doohickeys that connects right there. And then your O2 sensor plugs into the other end of this. So, first thing we're going to do is we're going to jack up the car. And there's 2 bolts, 2 nuts we got to take off from the underside. Come up here, you've got this one right here, the bolt through bolt right here. You can, let's see, yep, there's the other end of it. 14 mil and or 9/16 on both sides. You take that bolt out. See down below, see that bolt down there? That's a 14, you gotta take that one out. Then you come up top, you take this one out. I've got the heat shield here on my car. Let's see, you can see better than I can. But I gotta take that one out, which I think is a 13 mil. And then, oh, you got, oh, it's hard to point. Bear with me. Here we go. I'll just hold it like that. Yeah. There we go. That one right there. So you got this one and 2 that bolt up against the back of the transmission. You've got 2 studs underneath and a bolt underneath to unbolt. You've got the long one that comes through here. And then, where'd it go? That one right there to take off. And then this part of the mount and then the surrounding bracket part of the mount come out. And they come out from the top. So, let me pull out here. If you still have your factory air box here, you'll want to remove it. I may go ahead, to make it easier for me, I may go ahead and pull my battery out. It gives you a whole lot of room right here. And your mount will come straight up through there. So I'm going to get the car up in the air and we'll crawl up underneath and look at what we've got to do. If you have a belly like I do, it might behoove you to remove this front support right here. It's pretty easy. You've got 10 millimeter, 10 millimeter. You got a 10 millimeter down there, here and here. Then you've got 2 on the side here for your release. And let's see, there's going to be one under here for that too. But then you lift it out, and then you're not reaching over this to get way back and down there. And also you can see I've already pulled my battery out, so I've got a lot of space down here to work with. Okay, you can see I got her all jacked up. Got, well, you can't really see too well, but got jack stands under there to support it and keep us safe. Let's crawl up under there and see what's going on. I think I see some challenges already. All right, yep, see our stands, our jack still there. Oh yeah, remember I just serviced my transmission? There's, I like that. No, there's no leaks, no drips. Still nicely sealed. Anyway, so you have, where is it? Nope, there it is. You've got a nut right there, a nut right there, a bolt right there. You see there's part of your mount that's in the way, but that's fine. This is the bracket, and the mount that you're replacing is back up there. But so let me flip around here a little bit. And what you can see, maybe you can see, yeah. There's the nut from down below you got to take off, and it's kind of hidden behind this. So you can't come on this with a straight wrench. What you're going to need to get, I got this old Craftsman 9/16 with the taper, the bit head here to, there we go, get on it. And let's see, that's on there pretty good. So, come on. I'm going to do a little mechanics hack here, and when you need more leverage, take another wrench, slide it over, there you go, back up, come on, come on, a little more leverage, get myself positioned good in case the wrench comes off, or you slip. Oh, there we go, yeah, that's good. That one, that's pretty loose now. And you can go back there. Oh, maybe that might be finger tight now. Oh yeah, for the moment. That'll come out nicely. So that's one of the 4 that you have to take off from underneath the vehicle. Ooh. Is that going to be a problem too? That might be a problem. It is, where's the camera? There we go. It is hitting against that. Ooh. That's interesting. Well, let's go ahead and I'm going to use my impact for these. Nice and fast. Sorry for the microphone. Come on. All right, I saw it shift a little bit. I will come back to that because it's mostly out. You might need a little bit of a pry bar to just bump the transmission forward a little bit. Oh. Just notice this is my 4-into-2-into-1 exhaust header. And I just noticed, let's see if we can capture it here. that's not sealing against the head very well. Well, that sucks. Because it came with an exhaust gasket, a manifold gasket, that sucked, and I replaced it. And what I've got on there is a, what is that, a 3-piece steel. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna have to do something to get that sealed up better. Yeah, because I put studs up there on 3 of the 5, or no, I think they're all studded. Anyway, yeah, back on topic. Let's, oh yeah, zoom out, there we go. All right. Well, that's fine right there. These are out. So now we're gonna let the car down and get the ones up top. Okay, wow. I'm not gonna say that was easy, because it was not. Look at I didn't necessarily use all these tools, but I tried out every which way to see what was the easier way to get this out. But whew, it is out. There she is. Now we're gonna get her out here and talk about it. All right, so here we go. This is your mount. From top down, that's facing the front of the car, that's facing the back. See here? Underneath the car, we went and got this bolt out, the one that got kind of wedged in. It actually came out, no problem. This one we got from the top. And then there's this one right here. Look at this. This was a pain. I got this bracket out just like the, or excuse me, this mount out hole like this. What I didn't realize is that's a square nut. Well, here, let me pull this apart here and show you. Let me grab my impact. It's loose now, but okay. So that's what it looks like. That, see that right there? Sits right there. So you don't need a wrench or a socket on here. It actually holds it still. But whew, getting onto this and then getting the leverage to break that loose. Oh my gosh. I decided I was just going to leave it in and just try to get the rest of it out. Actually, see, this is what that mount looked like basically before I filled it, the new one. It actually doesn't, there's a little bit of something right there. It's a little soft, but almost 84,000 miles on it. But not bad. It wasn't busted. So everybody calls this the back mount because it's at the back of the car. Well, excuse me, what's perceived as the back of the motor, but that's on. Since we've got a transverse mounted motor, that's on the side of the motor, and the mount on the passenger side is the front mount, and then the rear mount is technically over attached to the driver's side at the transmission, which I haven't swapped yet. This is technically, depending on manufacturers, you would consider these like a dog bone or a torque damper kind of mount, because it mounts like this, and when you rev up your engine, hit the brakes, and everything, it twists your engine and transmission. They twist it. There's torsional action going on here. So this kind of holds, this works to hold the engine and transmission in place when you rev up, so it doesn't do this. And so if you notice that, you rev up your engine and it's trying to go back and smack the firewall or come up and try and smack the the radiator, this is the mount that's gone bad, most likely, and you'll want to replace that. And so that's what, so now see, look at that. And yeah, it's deteriorating rubber, but it's not bad. It's not shot. And now we can come back to this, and you can see how it's all full and solid, and yeah, that doesn't move. It's going to be a lot more. I mean, it's like I said, it's still rubber, and this is kind of the polyurethane is it's soft like the rubber. It's not the almost hard plasticky. So it has a hardness similar to the rubber, and it'll act the same. But now it's a solid disc in here, right? So it'll be more firm, and then plus, yeah, we've got the rubber inside all encased in polyurethane, so you won't get the degradation from ozone and oxidation. So, yeah, I wanted to talk about. So yeah, you see that this is basically the heat shield, because you've got the exhaust manifold right here. So this is a heat shield to protect your mount. And this wasn't too bad. You can get that out with the straight 14 millimeter box end ratcheting wrench. This one over here was a 12 millimeter. It was a little bit of a fight, not too bad. This one sucked, and because of that lip, you're trying to get your wrench onto there, and right here, we can look in later maybe, as you've got power steering lines and your power steering rack right there. So I have a new tool to show you guys that makes not only that, the life of that, but other jobs a lot easier to do. And, you know, yeah, let's see, war damage. Anyway, I want to show you this. This is a Serpentine belt tool. Probably the best one out on the market, in my opinion. You see, look at this. Socket. Got a hole through, so if you've got a long stud. So that was, what that did is that I was able to get on the bolt here, but then, so you put that on there. Then it acts like a ratcheting wrench. But then, to add to that, see, and it looks like that. It's got this part here, which you can set, and you can have it straight or different angles, you know, for like getting your serpentine, your spring-loaded serpentine belt on other models. See, this is how I actually broke that nut loose, was like this. This was mounted in the car. I got the socket part on it, and then like this, and then I was able to basically pull up and get the leverage to break it free. So, and I'll show you this whole kit, and I'll even I'll leave you an Amazon link, you know, for it, because that's where I got it. And man, it's a lifesaver. And you know, once you have it and you think outside the box, it's got 1,000,001 uses. It's awesome. All right, we'll be back. I got the transmission side of the bracket swapped over onto the new mount. We're going to get this dropped in. Now, a word of advice every good mechanic knows and will tell you is that on reassembly, always, always, always get all of your nuts and bolts started first before tightening anything down. You want to get all these holes lined up with your threaded spot. So it's like, I've still got this loose. I'll come in later and I'll tighten that down. But yeah, because you want to get these lined up in their holes, threaded in first before you crank these ones down underneath. So, and that, your heat shield too, don't forget that one. Well, if you still have it. I do, I'm going to keep it. Anyway, I'll be back. I'm going to bring that kit over here. Real quick here, I wanted to point out that it was really tight maneuvering that mount out through here. I disconnected this bracket from the top of the transmission right here. So that gave me a little bit more room, but you can definitely, and I moved that over there. You can see here, you can definitely get it through here, which is fantastic because getting it out from below would really be a nightmare and a lot more stuff to uninstall. All right, I'm gonna get her back in there. Remember me saying that this mount provides torsional rigidity to the engine and transmission? Check out what we're looking at now to install. Okay, so let's squeeze up in here a little bit. See if we can show you what I'm looking at here. Here, see, here's our mount. Bolt hole is right here. And the bracket's way up there. Look at that. There's no way you're gonna get your bolt through there. What happened is we got those bolts out and your engine and transmission rotated and just dropped a little bit. So now what I gotta do, I got the floor jack up here. Let's see, I don't know if I can show you very well. We're gonna try. We're just going to raise it just a little bit. We're not gonna lift up the whole car, just a little bit on the transmission here. Get those to line up. Yeah, we're getting close, Oh, let me grab a bolt. Oh no, not quite. Not quite. Yeah, see the holes down here. We're still not quite lining up, so gotta go a little bit more here. Just come on. A little bit. We're doing good, doing good. Okay. All right. I'm gonna put the phone down and get this started because I need 2 hands for this. I'll be right back. Okay. Let's crawl back up in here. I got it. I wanted to show you. So there she is. She's not fingertipped. She's still loose up in there. Like I said, get everything started. This one's going to support weight, so I wanted it most of the way tight or snugged up here. Because as soon as I set I'll leave that loose right there. As soon as I set the jack stand down, it's going to want to try to roll again. And so you see right there, I got nut started there, nut started there. This bolt started here. You're actually going to see them drop when I lower the floor jack. And I wanted to be sure that you were clear that the vehicle is supported by the weight on a jack stand, not by the floor jack. Floor jack is a little bit on the tranny pan there, but it should be okay. All right, and ease off lightly. Let's see. Come on. Oh, there it goes. There it goes. Slowly. Slowly. And we are free. Okay. Roll that out of the way. Inspect our transmission pan. Yeah, we're good. That's fine. See the bolt and the 2 nuts. That mounts all the way down into the cross member there. And then that when the engine and transmission had spun a little bit, it's now being supported only by that one bolt that we just basically hand tightened. Now we got to set the car down, go up top, and get those other bolts started before we tighten anything down. So to overemphasize the point of making sure all your bolts are still loose, or you don't tighten your bolts down until you've got them all started. So we go right down here. So that one's in. That one, I got that one started pretty easy. This one was a bit of a bear. I actually had to get the jack stand back up underneath and jack the pan up a little bit, getting it lined up, getting the bracket around. And plus, you're sitting here trying, you don't have much room here, trying to get it in and twisting to get it threaded in. So, but we got her in. We got that one right here. That one right there, that one right there. Oh, I should show you that tool real quick and tighten that one down right there. Here we go. Yeah, see how I've got that set up right there? So, let me get in here somehow. Out of the way. Can you see? Can you see? That's gonna be in the way a little bit, I think. Anyway, so yeah, it's hard to see. You see, I got this hand lever right here, but when it's on, to loosen it, you can pull right here, and there you see a little bit right there. Yeah, and you loosen and tighten it, and you've got in this tight old area, you got leverage. All right, I'm gonna get this snugged up, get the car up, and get the other bolts tightened down. Okay, final time to go underneath and tighten everything back up. All right. Now then, don't worry, that's outside, that noise if you hear it. Okay. Turn light. Before anybody says anything, now moisture, you see the wetness on the boot back there along the frame. Well, that's going to be spray. But when I surfaced the transmission, I sprayed down my CV boots with a little bit of silicone spray just to kind of condition them a little bit. They soaked up most of it, and there's a little bit left over. That's fine. I'm not worried about it. I'm just trying to help, like I said, condition them so they don't rot any more than they already have. I'm not in a hurry to replace them. All right. Come on, get on there. Oh yeah, okay. We're doing it, we're doing it. These are the last four to tighten up. And at least the mount part of this job is done. I still have all the other stuff upstairs in the engine compartment to put back together. But go. Right. That's that. All right, well, I'm not going to drag you through reassembling the rest of the engine compartment. So we're going to wrap it up here. that was a necessary job. It was not a fun job. It was not a fun job. I can see why some people would pay a mechanic to do this job. Unfortunately, I'm not people, but yeah, and I obviously didn't get it done in 7 minutes, but I told you ahead of time there's no way I was going to. Yeah, whew, and I got arm rash from zip ties and whatever little sharp edges and stuff back there, just all cut up, and I'm excited to see how it performs. If I even notice it, I may not, because the old one wasn't really that bad, but it may be stiffer. If it is, likely what I'll notice is it'll seem a little peppier off the line, because the motor and transmission is being held in place instead of flopping around, which it wouldn't have done too much with the condition of the old one. But if it was broken, it would flop around a lot. Anyway, thanks for coming along with this ride. I appreciate you hanging out with me again. If you like my content, I know I keep reiterating, like, comment, subscribe, whatever. I will leave affiliate links for Amazon for the products, tools, and stuff that I've used in this video. You're not obligated to click on them, but I sure would appreciate it. Any help this channel gets helps me to do more, to put out more content, you know, which for some of you, it helps you figure out how to do stuff to your own. Maybe even get ideas for other projects that you're not even aware of, or you've been thinking about and you've been looking for how-tos. I'm in it. I'm already doing it. So thanks again for stopping by. Have a great one. Bye.